Alright, it's town dog, and I think I'll do me a little flight this afternoon. Settle back on the truck and do it again a little later. I've got it fixed up and ready to go from the crash earlier, hope. Anyway, I'm fixing to do a little flight in my 337. Outside the plane, there's 337, Cessna 337, push pull, prop front, prop back. Anyway, we're gonna go from Memphis, Tennessee to Railport Lake, about 2,500 feet in the air, as high as we have to get. Really would not get that high, but that'll be a good flight. And I'll use the VORs, and I think I'll even use the ADF in Covington also, and then the VORs in Dyersburg, in and out, up to Railport Lake. Now, what I'm going to do is, before I crank the engine, I guess I better get some power on this subject, see what I can do. Let's see. Inside the cockpit, get this thing out of the way. I don't need that right now. Now I'm going to turn this switch on, this switch on. The fuel is on. I don't have a switch for it, but it is on. Let's see if it'll crank without acting up. It hasn't cranked. Power on. No. Power right there. Now. Wonder that it went crazy. Anyway, now that's running. We're going to bring some more lights on with anything in here. There we go. Now our autopilot's on. That's right there. All ready for ADF. It's already on where I used it last. That's the ADF in Covington, Tennessee. You have to be pretty close for it to come on. But once it comes on, it'll be on the now 2 needle. The gold needle here will point toward the airport. Now, we don't need the one out of Memphis, but we'll head out in a heading of, let's leave out here on a heading of 010. So we'll set it up now. Since I don't have an autopilot here in view, I'll bring one up. This ain't on, so it means the navigation is not on. It should be on. But either that or it's waiting on me to touch something that doesn't know. Alright, we're going to make sure there we go. Thought I had a button here for that, but apparently I didn't. That was the avionic switch wasn't on. I guess I don't have one here. I would have been sure of it. Panel, I don't see one. Okay, that there's a piece of heat in case it gets too cold. Alright, we got this on now. We're going to say climb to only 2,500, so we're going to climb to. So we bring this down. How's my fuel hanging in here? 31 gallon. Out of what? I don't know what it holds. Hold on that though. That should be enough though, probably. Up here with 21%. It still should be enough because this thing will go a long ways. We'll call it enough and hope we make it. I'm not going to be on the card this time, the VA, so it won't make it much difference. I'll set this at an airspeed of about 120, be good enough. This plane will do quite a bit more than that, but not a whole lot more either. There's my 120 air altitude of this, and we're sitting. Let me line on the runway right quick. I'd rather be outside ready for what I'm doing here. I can't do it either way, but hey, everybody can see it up outside also. This should be a live stream on YouTube at the moment. I don't know. Don't worry whether people getting to watch or not, because I'm still learning how to do it. Seems like doing fairly well right now. All right, we're gonna go full flaps. Even though I know well, 2 clicks. I love most time I use full flaps myself. I know you don't have to, don't really need to. The shorter the runway, the more you need. I know that much. This runway's long enough for don't need nothing really. All right. Let's. I see one mistake. I don't want the ILS on. It'll take it off. It is on. I'm gonna set this right here up on 1680, I believe it is. I'll be have to verify that. If it don't come on pretty quick, that's Dyersburg VOR. It's 1680, I do believe. Off the top of my head, I'll bring them to the top. Inactive. We're too far away from them to come on, so it won't matter. The needle here always parks it'll always park in the southerly position. I guess around here, I said it's going to go out on 101, even though this won't be flying the plane. I want it in the area right there. If I want to use, actually I could go right here. This is where I'm sitting now. 1750 is a VOR where I'm sitting. Once I leave the ground, it would come into play if I wanted to. Just got to let the lights come on too. It's daylight. 1750, I'll bring them to the top. We'll get the others later. Now, we're going to be ready to go. I ain't even on the runway. I started on while I go in there to get on it. Stopped, do something else, forgot about it. Get in here. See a little better of the first cockpit. Quit swerving. It won't take a lot of speed for this thing. Get off the ground. Set the trim where she'll climb slowly. I got wheels to be raised. I just raised them. Flaps to be let down. Set that right there, and the airspeed, I'm gonna set the heading on what I said. Let's get it ready. 010. Come on, where you at? I'll set that right there. And now we're looking for, go back to the 2D. This is a better look cockpit, but it's got all the original gauges in it. This is beyond ADF right here, I do believe. Or it just came on, whatever it was. One way to be sure what it is take this right here up, and we'll change this one dot. It went out. That's a coveted ADF. It's on already. This here is not going to take us to coveted, so we want this to take us to coveted. It won't fly the plane, but you bring it to the top in order to go where you want to go. That's how you handle the ADF. If you want to go straight to it, bring it to the top. If you want to go a certain direction, you fly around to that needle points that direction, then go to it. But here we go. That should be the right one, because I know 326 is it. I mean, I could prove it by looking at the book, but unless there's another up here, I don't believe it is. I was going to try to use the others out, but that's there suits me fine if I can get on it. And that's about right. That's about where it actually is. I was the heading I was cranked off on the 010 actually is direct to Chicago, which would carry me close enough for any of these other signals. Now we got that pretty well at the top. We're going straight to Covington. I'm gonna go outside where I can see. Flaps are all the way up right there now. Look around the plane, see what we got. There's the big city of Memphis. There's the pyramid right there. Memphis International Airport. I'm tired of Daddy Thomas right there, probably going out of town. 51 Highway, Daddy Thomas uptown. Anyway, it looks like a golf course right there. Probably, that's what I believe it is. I don't know that much about it, but it probably is. There's no little airport sitting out there. Now we in the air, we're moving along here. I'm gonna bring outside equipment up so I don't have to go back inside the fly. There's what I'm headed to right there. It's a little off yet, so I'll go another click that over to the east. Ain't quite to that sort of that red dot's where I'm after. Now, if that starts to move it around too much, it's on too quick, it's the wrong one. But I'm going about the right direction for where I'm wanting to go. So the 03 to 04 should be close. Anywhere in that area. Now, out of this right here where I was, that's actually over to Chicago without stopping there, the direction. Right there is a direct heading from here. If we bring this around to that right there, I mean I would need to move to the right to get on that heading off the VOR off behind me. But I not really want to do that. This right here is pointing to the VOR behind me because I've got the radio stack on Memphis. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise that, and I'm pretty sure that's right. In fact, it just came on. It's reaching for it, I thought it was supposed to. For what it's not that high altitude, it's low. We'll get, let me bring up a DME. 10 miles, that's not it. Well, that's this one here though. We'll switch this to DAV2, which is this one, and 50 something miles. In Flight Simulator, it's probably right. It's actually further than that, but Flight Simulator, that's the way it reads. It's 57 miles, probably to Dyersburg. And it's where the crow flies too. It's not by a car, it's about 89, probably 80 miles or more, 90. With the sign sitting in Ripley, I believe it says 70 something miles to Memphis. That's to the city limits. And it's another 25 miles or more to Dyersburg behind it. But by using that right there, it'll calculate that green arrow is pointing 57 miles down the road. The gold one is between here and there. I'm going to go to it first and then turn to the green one. We'll go all the way to the Covington, spot the airport, and then turn. Let me get some of this stuff off the screen that we really don't need at this moment. I like to keep enough information on the screen. I know what I'm talking about though. And all that is information up there. Since we're going across outside of Memphis, that's probably I-40 right there. On that right there would probably, that offset there would probably go be I-40 and where, well, that's where I-40 leaves town. The other's the loop, I-40, I-55 loop. And that's there's probably I-40 going to Nashville right there. Can't be sure, but that's what it looks to be in the right area. Now we're getting outside of town. Getting out of the county, out into the county. Now the last big road going out of town, after you get outside of town, is Watkins, which goes straight to Shelby Farms, which has got that little airport there where I landed at a few times in here, not in real life, of course. I'm not a real pilot, but I've been doing this so long, I feel like I know this part of it if nothing else. I've been flying Flight Simulator since Flight Simulator 98. And pull this down, the red light says I've got either the recorder or the live stream one going, and I believe it's the live stream because it's a button I push for the live stream. That way I don't have to upload it. I don't edit yet. I'm going to start editing, but I hadn't started editing. I've got to get into that, and that's be something new for me again. The videos are new, the editing is new, YouTube is new. Other than watching, I've watched many a movie. But now I'm trying to make a few. Don't claim to be good, but They're getting better, I hope. Uh, like on here, I've got on my screen right now, it's perfectly clear. Just applying the flight. The video will be fairly clear, sitting still. When it's moving, it's fuzzy, and that is on mine. That's my response rate on my monitor to solve that problem this week. I don't know what that Horseshoe Lake catcher is right there. I've been around this place all my life. Good chance that's either Millington or Mumford or Millington. But the Horseshoe Lake, I got no idea what that is. Well, me and my son went to a big lake out there though. Probably that area. Drove 3 hours to not catch nothing. We could have done better in the backyard. Should be our airport right. If that's Middleton, we'll be the other side of Middleton, I think. No, it won't before you get to Middleton. Should be a little airport right along there. There's one over there. I may be further over than what I'm thinking. One called Baker here somewhere. That may be Mumford. It is, it's further out. Also, should be a tall tower at a factory. There's the airport right there. That may be Baker. Nothing right there. Okay. Can't quite read it. KNQA. Don't really know that one off the top of my head. I sort of think it's Middleton. Middleton has a municipal, I think, or maybe a little small grass strip. It's also got a naval air station also in there. Naval Air Station is south of town, right along the 51 highway. And it's on the east side of the highway. I don't see nothing here. It actually looks like that. Don't mean that's 51 highway down there. It may be something else. Just going about the right direction, but we still got the gold needle at the top and the green needle at the top, and we can change this here over. This one here will come on. That makes Dyersburg the exact heading of, from me right now, it's 025 to Dyersburg right now. That's what that says. And that's to Dyersburg also. Gold Needle's Covington, 41 miles to Dyersburg. Covington is probably 20-something miles. Go back to right here. About 45 miles here will be Covington. 40, 45, somewhere along there will be Covington on that Gold Needle. This is the VOR behind me, roughly 40-something miles to Covington Airport. We got that or not, but one of them things. That scenery is default steam scenery, and it's not running full sliders, just almost. Well, I see an airport in front of me, almost on that line. That could easily be coveted. Oh, it looks like about the right distance too. That's going to be in the 35, 40 mile range. I think it'll be about 40, 41, 42 to it. That needle right there will come around behind us if we cross it. That'll tell me that's it. That's the only thing you got to tell you. Is when you get there, it'll move around as you cross it. Once we cross it, we'll go straight into Dyersburg. I can put Dyersburg back on now too now, but I wanted to keep this oil pass coveted. The Gold Eagle's still up top about center. Airport's almost straight in front of me that I'm looking at. In fact, if I turn a couple of dots toward the airport, that needle will be more closer to center. On the red dot, red looks like a red thing above it. And the gold needles, the green needles pointing at Dyersburg, the Memphis behind me. And the nav one over here on the left hand side is set up straight into Dyersburg. And if you pull it up, the number right there matches that to Dyersburg. 32 miles, and that's going to be covered airfield, a little municipal airport. Mostly used for spray jobs, I think. I know one man that sprays out of there. Use spray plane for cotton and beans and whatever else they want to do. They defoliate cotton and spray for bugs and whatever. Fertilize the wheat. Sometimes they sow wheat with them. They sow for winter wheat ground cover more than anything else. They use a plane for it. Sometimes they sowed one beside of my house once, so I watched them. As we cross the airport, that needle right there, gold needle's going to come around behind us. It'll tell me that is the airport. It might not be dead on the airport, but it's real close. Most times it's offset into one of the runways as an approach. It's probably on that right there too. Let me open that up, zoom this out. That's that circle right there is the ADF right there. There's the airport, there's the ADF right there. It says 000, but it's actually got other numbers. MO4 is the airport. I got somebody coming in. I do have a notice on the chat coming in that I may be recording. I didn't say I am, but maybe. I need to put up a little message too. Because as they come in, they don't see the message unless it's put up after they come in. And everybody left, it's alright. Didn't need nobody anyway. It might not be hanging. I think my network has dropped 3 or 4 times a day. I stayed up for a week without going down. Now today it's been down about 4 times. Best I know, pretty close together. When I come in to be down, I don't know if it went down or something else happened. We do have people working on electric around here. It might blink. If it blinks, it'll reboot. And it won't sign back on. Now, my home airport is Ripley. It's fictitious where we got it built. It's a real airport, but it's a grass strip. That right there is ILS into it, where we added to it along with all the work. Now, since we've done past Memphis, cover just, let's bring that green needle to the top. Over here on this side right here, it'll be straight into Dyersburg. That airport in front of you is Ripley. It's not a real it's a real airport there, but it's old grass strip. Now I've got a full asphalt runway, 2 large hangars, got a big 737 sitting out there, just the looks. And then we got a fire truck, and I did have a patrol car. I don't know if it's still sitting there or not. Well, they left there and took it out of the scenery when we reworked it. It's got the airstrip. It's a part of Google Map added on. You'll see it's a lot darker green around it. That spot right there. And I'm a little bit too far over for that green arrow. Just whoops, wrong button. Hit find the right one. Here we go. 2 dots back to the east. So I'm not flying to here, so I'm flying to Dyersburg, and Dyersburg VOR is uptown. It's not on the airport. It's 6 miles east, northeast, I think, of the airport. There's another airport called Arnold Field. It'll be between the one you see there and Dyersburg. Now we'll leave Dyersburg on a heading of 353. Out leg from Dyersburg VOR. So we'll bring this up to set this on 353, and that's the heading we'll be using going to. That's what it takes to get you to Reelfoot Lake out of the VOR at Dyersburg. In here, I guess it'd be the same. It should be. I don't know how accurate Flight Simulator is on that, but 353 will carry you to it. It's 27 miles from Dyersburg to Reelfoot Lake. That'd be an out leg. Now that VOR right there on that GPS, that's not really there. That was added for me, so I can find my home airport in the dark. I was having enough trouble finding it in daytime. It's just a little grass strip that blends in. You couldn't find it. I'm gonna fly over that airport. I've got control. Fly over the airport. Tried it the other day on another flight. It was foggy and cloudy. You couldn't see it. I've got fair weather today. We'll just fly over today. I've also got a little spot added that is actually my home. He added it for me at about 300 feet. In here, I could actually see my house on here, or the spot of ground I live on. And I live in a little trailer house, and it's got cars in the yard, trucks. You'd actually see them. I don't know if you'd be able to in here or not, but I have seen them in here myself. But finding it from here might be a little problem. Might fly by. I got time to fly by there. I'll just might run by there and see if I can see it. You need to be at about 300 feet. Well, the ground's 300, about 600 feet off sea level. 300 to 500 feet above the ground gives you best view on the Google Maps surface. Get too low, it turns into a blur. Too high, and you can't see it. All this here is fictitious. Here is not. The airport is down around the airport. That little lights there to the left, this side of the airport, that is actually a bunch of parking lot and stuff at Home Depot. And then right there with the red top building I'm diving at now, that's Walmart in Ripley. And all the cars on the parking lot, which I don't see them right now, but there's about, he said, close to 90 on it. Now, if I could find that little spot of ground, I don't know exactly where it's at out here. Uh, well, actually, if I can find that road, I don't know which road is it. See if I can find that little road. I'll mess around and crash this thing.
1,000.
He put that row of trees through there. What's it right there? I forgot. Oh, that's my hangers. He added 2 big hangers in there.
500. 500.
No, they neither. Yeah, it's them 2 hangers. He added them 2 big hangers. The door is actually open. You go in and park. Now let's see what that right there. That road right there is the 51 highway going through Ripley. There should be a service station right there on the road going my way. Right there. There's a service station. That road right here is, if we follow it, we'll find that place because that road goes straight to it. I'm flying outside the plane. I'm not too hot at it. I'm trying to keep it within reason here. But that road is, it's, the name of it is Edith Nincapoo. Edith is out here at where I live, and Nincapoo's on the other end of it, about almost halfway through the other way. It goes all the way back into Halls, Tennessee, which is where that airport I was talking about, the other airport. It's called Arnold Field. It's the old Army Air Force base. It's closed. They do have 1 runway open for GA traffic around. Let's see if we can find that place. As long as we stay on that road right there, I don't guess I've lost the road, got a wrong one. That road right there will take us to my home real close. A little spot of ground here will show up real bright because it's Google Map, but the rest of it's not. Maybe it I'm looking at right there. More of it is green than what I own, but I own a pretty good portion of that green. I own 3.5 acres where I live and another 1.5 acres connected to it on the north side. Got the trailer I live in, another trailer and a house on it that I do rental property in. That's it right there. Now if we get right, we might even be able to see a little of it. I'm gonna get low, but I don't want to hit the ground. You can actually see buildings and stuff. You
1,000.
should be a little lower, but that's getting close. These all the buildings, and that's my trailer right there. The nose of my plane just crossed it. That's where I live. That is my trailer. And it's right too. It looks just like it. The house across the road and everything there. Now I'll go back to Dyersburg. Get my autopilot back up. And Vince Biggin created that for me and put it in here off of Google Map. Now I need to go toward, well, keep on. I need to get myself around toward this right here now. 13 miles, they get a little closer to that green arrow, so I can pick it out leg up. I'm gonna hit that right there, and I'm gonna pass by on this side of that green. I don't want to go straight across it. Come back a little bit. I want that green over right along there somewhere. At least till I pass it, then I can come around behind it. Now that right there might be Arnold Field, because it's got more runways than it is. That's Arnold Field right there, and that's Dyersburg Airport right there. The VOR is still out that way uptown. I believe the VOR was set as a different radio signal back during the war for this airport here. And I don't mean the war we talk about. Be World War II. Not for these ones we've been doing here lately. They flew planes from there down to the Ashport bottom where it was open country Had target practice down there. Now we keep this on the far side. I'm gonna come over just a little bit more away from it. I get on the wrong button again. Turn the plane instead of turn the plane. I rotated the plane. Now we're coming around. Oh, this is 2500 where I'm headed to. Airspeed of 120. I'm on 036. I'm flying almost straight toward the airport. All I need to do is circle behind the VOR so I can pick it up. As long as this VOR is there and I'm headed to it, I've got to cross this line. And the way I'm going now, I'll cross it, but I just got to do it within the first 10 miles from the VOR, which I'm 9 miles now, but I'm still behind it. But then I need to do it within 10 miles of the other side to make it really work good. And by that being the airport and that being Arnold Field, that is the 51 highway right there. US 51, what we call it, bypass. It's not an interstate, but it's a US highway. A 4-lane for sure. Once we get on the back side, this starts around, and we get to this bar, it'll come down lock, and it'll carry us on this heading away from the VOR behind us, and 27 miles here will put us over the lake. Airport's on the far side of the lake, slightly to the right of where I'm headed probably, but it'll be in view before we get there. Another little Tennessee hop, and it's now there's, like I say, the Dyersburg Municipal Airport. I don't know exactly what all goes in out there. It's not that big, but you get good sized planes in out there. And this is starting to slide around as we pass the VOR. VOR is 5 miles right out in there somewhere. And I'm going to make my way behind the VOR by circling toward it on the back side. Closer I get behind it, as long as I need to be 8 or 10 miles out though. But you get too close, it'll wiggle back and forth when it locks on. But once it locks, I'll probably set the heading bug anyway and fly it. Goodness gracious. Then stayed up too much again. Getting sleepy on me a little early. I ain't got, can't nobody get too many teams big because I'm at a weight room. Wonder if anybody, ain't nobody in, so it don't matter. Empty as it could be. That'll be enough right there, probably on that. Get me in there. So talk about the 51 highway into. In fact, I believe I know exactly where I'm at. That's the 51 right here, and that right there, that loop right there. My grandson lives right down in there. That's where I think it is. You cross that double highway there, and right down in there. in an apartment or rental house. I'm pretty sure it's at Crossroads outside there. That I know it's the big, one of the bigger highways out there. It don't matter if we move out a little because we're too close anyway for the VOR. As this comes down, now we're moving further away. But like I said, I'd like to see this at 8 or 10 before that bar locks. It don't have to be. I just like to see it. It'd lock down and work, but it will go this way and that way a while before it straightened out. What you can do it in the light, you can do it in the dark. There you go. Now we're turning down. And what I'm going to do now is bring this one around to 353. And once we get really close to 353 here, that bar gets closer, I'm just going to lock that so it'll quit wiggling. It'll go left and right, left and right. Just part of electronic. It's searching for the center. Look like a pretty good shape right there. Let's hit that right there. Let's see if it'll get around or straighten out before it gets too bad. And like I said, it's going to the right. I can move 3 or 4 degrees to the right and move toward that bar. It'll 353 be 357. 4 degrees to the east, which flies me toward this bar, and that bar should move back center. If not, I need a few more degrees. If it moves too fast, I need to back off a little. Look like it is moving toward the center, I think. It'd be slow because 3 or 4 degrees is not enough to push it. If the wind's blowing in at all, 3 or 4 might not be enough. We're 4 miles outside of Dyersburg. It's behind us. We're on out radio 353, and we're headed for 27 miles here. And a place called Rio Put Lake, a little airport on the other side of it. There's the river, all lake be right along in there. That's the river right there, I'm sure. Rio Put Lake is part of the river. It was created by an earthquake back years ago. When that hole sunk in the ground, the river run backwards for quite a few hours, my understanding. Filling that hole up, run both directions into it. That bar, it may be, yes, but I'm gonna come back 1 degree to the west to slow that bar down. I don't have to get any closer, that's good enough. And as that bar moves, it moves any more, I'll come another degree toward it. Try to keep it going past center. Closer to the center, the closer you are on your mark. We're 6 miles out, we got 11 miles, 21 miles to go. 7 down, we got 20. Give or take a few tenths, but that's... when we get out about 18, 20 miles, we'll come down to just above treetop. Let me look around a little bit. Somebody that snuck up on me. Got in my video too. I wonder if he knows it. Probably not. If he didn't read the thing coming in, he don't know I even do it. But I mean, that's the reason I put it on there. So if I happen to capture somebody without them knowing it, it ain't that I didn't try to tell them. He doing a good job flying that thing too. So Grumman's Goosey don't give it air somebody. That's him right there. That's who's flying behind me. But I can't communicate with him because he's not in TeamSpeak with me. I'll put this right here The gold needle just went off. I knew I saw something move. Just got out of range of the 80 up in Covington. I hope I ain't punched. Okay, it's still running. I forgot I got them F keys in the flight simulator. They also turn that video on and off. I set them up for the truck because it was using the other keys for something else. Anyway, maybe I won't mess up and turn them off. I need to stay off at F9 because it will turn the video off. I think I done used it because that's how you get in the virtual cockpit. Hope I ain't ruined the video, but it might have went off and back on. They'll break in. It'll be two different videos. They won't be together. I'll delete them both. I won't put them up. I believe that's what's done happen. Well, that is both start button. The F10 though is stop button, and that I've used the F10 to get into the 2D cockpit. But it usually takes 2 clicks to turn it off instead of 1. Well, there's Reelfoot Lake right there, and we're headed in this area right, just a little this side, maybe the other side right there. But along in there, I think is where we're headed. We're 13 miles out. Yeah, if they fly through me, I'll kick them out. I'll try to tell them not to be doing stuff like that. If they fly through my plane, I don't like it. I will kick you out of the server. If I could tell him so, I would. I can't tell him so except on the chat. Most of them don't even read the chat. But, see, ain't nobody that's using it. This is automatic here. I hear another plane. See? That looks like a little Bearcat. That's the same man a while ago, though. That's the P-51 it said. There goes 737 under me. All these people, they might have read that chat and they're trying to get in, make sure if a video is going on, they get in it. They'll do that. Once they find out you're doing it, they'll try to get in it. And they'll mess your video up on purpose. I don't have anything telling them where I'm going unless they see the video. They have no idea. The video should be a live stream, but I don't even know if it's running. I can use the A button to get in and out of the cockpits, I think. No, not from here you can't. You got to get in first. I've got one right here. Bring one up, I think. It'd bring it up behind. It won't bring it up plane itself. But if I push your other button to bring the cockpit up, the 3D is the off button for the camera. Or 2D. The 3D is the start button. I don't have a place to put it other than that to make it work good. I had it on the F5 and 6, but in the truck, the F5 and 6 is field repair. And I can't change them. Yeah, we're talking about the airplane port. Right there it is. I said I was going to come down. Let's do that. Come down to about 1,200 feet. At 1,200, you can keep the signal out of Dyersburg. Under that, you could lose it. Used to, you did lose it. But I think with the newer systems, they don't. Now, what I try to do when I come in here is come to along here and along there. If I catch the outside edge of this peninsula here and cut, it'll right down, more or less right down the runway. Try to cut across here and over that edge of that peninsula there. Coming down, I'm going to slow down to about 80. Well, 85. Too slow, this thing don't handle real well. What I'm going to also do to make it fly at that speed is add some flaps. Let's go ahead and drop the wheels. There go the wheels down. Add a little more flaps. It'll maintain its flight at slow speed. Now, if you get too low, the ground here is that fella right there wanting to be kicked out real bad. I wish I could get communication set up, but this communication in this thing does not work right. He is okay. He come back toward my plane, he's a goner. I don't mind him flying around my plane, just don't fly through it. He was, see there? That's the same one, I do believe. He did a follow. I'll show you what to do about people that don't do right. If that's him, he won't do it again. For a few minutes, he might be back in, but it is my server. I can do what I need to do.
1,000.
1,000. We're going to come on down. Let's see, the ground's 300 feet or so high, so I'm going to come down about 900. And I'm going to work my way to that right along there. I'll take over and land it at that. Probably just do it from the outside. I'll set my joystick throttle so when I take over, I keep bumping that headset. The earphones of the thing is pretty good size. You swing your hand up and your show hit them. This is a CyberPower headset that I purchased when I got the computer. And I've heard a lot of good, a lot of bad about CyberPower, but mine, I've got no complaints. I didn't order a monitor. The only problem I got right now is the monitor. And I've got it ordered, but it won't be in for another week. So I'm not going to worry about the quality of the videos from here until I get that monitor in. I don't need this no more, or this. Only reason I need the autopilot so I know when I turn it off. You got to turn it off in order to fly the plane yourself. That guy's back in. I do believe he's back in. Maybe that looks a little bit like that name, but I'm not real sure. In fact, the same plane, I'll put it that way. Right down the runway. That's good enough right there till I get there. On the runway. How did I get? Intentionally on the other runway. I bet you it's intentional, knowing I'm coming. I believe that's him right there again. See, the runway's clear now. He was trying to block me. A lot of them do that. They'll get on purpose to keep, so you got to fly through him or around him. And I'm not gonna say he did, but it sure acted like it to me. Now I'm going to turn the autopilot off. Altimeter's off, heading's off, throttle's off, autopilot's off. And throttle back and bring her into the runway. Now that F-18 is back on there already. That look maybe
500.
gone again now though. Different one there. I was nothing there just a minute ago.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Throttle off.
100.
Get out, we got
50. 40. 30. 20, 10,
That's it. Pretty good landing from the outside, I think. I just turn right here in the grass. I'll park it over here and we'll call it check, see if the video worked. Look here, we got us a big old plane set to park beside of. Wish I could tell him his own video, but I can't. Big old caravan. Oh, he went out. A lot of people don't get around the wholesale shy takeoff, but it's no reason not to, as long as they behave. Alright, that is going to be the video here, Town Dog, and I'll be checking out and we'll see what this video did. Let's see if I can turn it off right here right now, and it's supposed to go off right